Welcome back, everybody. Refresh session number 2. Today's Thursday, November 26th. We read yesterday in 1 Corinthians 8 and verse 2, and I believe demonstrated that this is true not of everyone everywhere, but it's true about the people at that time at the church in Corinth. Paul said, and if anyone thinks that he knows anything, he knows nothing yet as he ought to know. So, taken in context, Paul appears to be saying that if anyone who is spiritually undeveloped thinks that he knows anything, then he knows nothing yet as he ought to know. There is a true spiritual knowledge that only comes with spiritual maturity. If we go to Hebrews 5 and verse 14, but solid food belongs to those who are of full age, Greek word teleos, meaning mature, spiritually developed. Solid food belongs to those who are of full age, that is, those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil. So there's a good look, a good picture of what spiritual maturity is. It's a person who is continually putting to practice the Word of God in their life, and by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil. They can spot good and evil in themselves and be accurate about it and be consistent about it. I think this is a simple but amazing truth. The only way we can know what God is talking about in the Bible is by repeatedly doing it. We can't know it just mentally. We may, like the Corinthians, be enriched in all knowledge and yet know nothing yet as we ought to know it. God is interested in moral intelligence, the ability to discern both good and evil. Moral intelligence is necessary in order to experience salvation, in order to have the life of God, to enter His rest, in order to be blessed, to live a blessed life. Another word for moral intelligence is conscience. The Greek word translated conscience is suneidesis, which is a compound word. It's sun, meaning together or with, and eido, meaning to see. So it's, again, seeing together with. It's defined in the Strong's Dictionary as co-perception. It's God and I seeing something together, and therefore I can see things the way that God sees them. Now, God has infinite knowledge. For example, He knows all the hairs on your head today. It might change tomorrow, and He would know it then too. But that's not the kind of knowledge we're talking about. We're talking again about the difference between good and evil, discerning both good and evil, especially in oneself. Understanding what is right and what is wrong about our thoughts, our attitudes, our ideas, our words, our actions, seeing ourselves as God sees us on a moral level. The only way I can develop this conscience or moral intelligence is by practicing the instructions in the Word of God. This is always going to be the way to go. Thank you for joining us today, and join us again tomorrow.